Andrew Yang has been able to capture the hearts of many with his amazing heartfelt speeches and humanity-first mentality that we have yet to see from the other candidates before. His charisma and lighthearted approach to his campaign has led to extremely robust poll numbers and might just give him the edge to win it all. Today, we're going to look at moments Andrew Yang won over the crowd and left everybody speechless. While in New Hampshire and answering some questions for audience members, Yang gets asked some questions from one very special audience member, and Yang's reaction shows just why people enjoy listening to Yang so much.
Thank you for taking my question. I have heard both you and Cory Booker opposing a wealth tax. I have not studied how it has failed in other countries, but I have a sense on how it would in this one for 5 reasons. The first is it costs a lot to administer, and so it is an inefficient way to tax. The second is it's very hard to determine how much value something has unless it is just money. A third is it encourages people to spend instead of investing and building a business. A fourth is it taxes the same money over and over again and erodes the money you have to tax. The fifth is because of inflation, unless the wealth tax is shaped to inflation, it erodes the money that people have, putting the cap that gets lower, and there is no money to tax. And my question is a 2-part question. The first is, do you have any more reasons why a wealth tax would fail? And the second is, what kind of a tax would you decide to have that would not tax poor people more than rich people?
Wow, what a great question. That was awesome and adorable. That person's the subject of some high-quality parenting, I would suggest. Congrats. So we're in the midst of this winner-take-all economy, and the question is, how do we balance it and turn it around? Bernie and Elizabeth champion a wealth tax, which I understand and even agree with in spirit. But I'm a facts and figures guy, and when they've rolled out a wealth tax in Germany, France, Sweden, Denmark, and half a dozen other countries, it didn't work, and then they repealed it in all of those places. So to me, if we don't learn from the experiences of other developed countries who tried something, do we think the wealthy in America are somehow more excited about participating in a wealth tax than the wealthy in Germany, France, Sweden, Denmark? They're probably worse, if anything, right? like that would have to be the argument you make, is like, it's going to work better here because, and it's like, why? Because like our wealthy are like somehow different than their wealthy.
Andrew Yang has taken advantage of the Democratic debates every time he has been invited on, as he sees it as an opportunity to win over not only those who are undecided as to who they want to vote for, but to win over those that support other candidates. And at the 5th Democratic debate, Yang did just that with one of his most polarizing speeches to date.
Mr. Yang?
You know what the talking heads couldn't stop talking about after the last debate? It's not the fact that I'm somehow number 4 on this stage in national polling. It was the fact that I wasn't wearing a tie. Instead of talking about automation in our future, including the fact that we automated away 4 million manufacturing jobs, hundreds of thousands right here in Michigan, we're up here with makeup on our faces and our rehearsed attack lines, playing roles in this reality TV show. It's one reason why we elected a reality TV star as our president. We need to be laser focused on solving the real challenges of today, like the fact that the most common jobs in America may not exist in a decade, or that most Americans cannot pay their bills. My flagship proposal, the Freedom Dividend, would put $1,000 a month into the hands of every American adult, be a game changer for millions of American families. If you care more about your family and your kids than my neckwear, enter your zip code at yang2020.com and see what $1,000 a month would mean to your community. I have done the math. It's not left. It's not right. It's forward. And that is how we're going to beat Donald Trump in 2020.
Senator Booker.
Andrew Yang has shown his compassion for the American people time after time, and during the Gun Sense Forum back in August, Yang showed just that. When an audience member talks about the tragic passing of her daughter, that gets Yang emotional.
My beautiful 4-year-old daughter, Dayla, was struck by a stray bullet March 2011. My son, my daughter's twin brother, witnessed what happened that day. She died 2 days later. Firearms are the second leading cause of death for children and teenagers in the U.S., but 4.6 million American children live in homes with at least one gun that is loaded and unlocked, and hundreds of them gain access to a gun and unintentionally shoot themselves or someone else every year. As president, how would you address unintentional shootings by children?
Thank you for that. Can I give you a hug? Is that be appropriate? I have a 6 and 3-year-old boy. I was imagining.
While giving a speech in front of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., Yang gave everybody one of his signature motivational speeches that got all those who listened ready to do anything they could to help Yang's campaign get rolling.
So I came to this town, Washington, D.C., and I said, what are we going to do? He said to me, this official said to me, Andrew, you're in the wrong town. No one in this town is going to do anything about the problems that you described because this town is a town of followers, not leaders. And the only way for us to do something about it is if you bring a wave crashing down on our heads. I looked at that and I thought these two words, challenge accepted. So now I'm running for president. How many of you saw that I'm polling at 3% nationwide as of today? That's right, and most people have still never heard of Andrew Yang. When they find out about me, oh my gosh. We're just going to keep on climbing.
It should come as no surprise that Yang saved another one of his most signature speeches for the debates, as in October during the 4th Democratic debate. Andrew Yang gave one of his best speeches to date.
I'm here with my wife, Evelyn, tonight. We have 2 young boys, Christopher and Damien. How many of you all are parents like us here in the room? So if you're a parent, you've had this thought, maybe you've been afraid to express it, and it is this: our kids are not all right. They're not all right because we're leaving them a future that is far darker than the lives that we have led as their parents. We are going through the greatest economic transformation in our country's history, the 4th Industrial Revolution, and it is pushing more and more of our people to the side. We talk as if Donald Trump is the cause of all of our problems. He is not. He is a symptom, and we need to cure the disease. Now, my first move was not to run for President of the United States, because I am not insane. My first move was to go to D.C., talk to our leaders, and say, technology is ripping us apart, immigrants are being scapegoated, our kids are being left behind, and the American dream that my parents came here to find is dying before our eyes. And the people in Washington, D.C. had nothing for this. They don't want to touch it. They don't want to talk about an issue they don't think they have a solution for. I'm not running for president because I've fantasized about being president. I'm running for president because, like many of you here in this room tonight, I'm a parent and a patriot, and I have seen the future that we're leaving for our kids, and it is not something I'm willing to accept. We need to create a new way forward for our people. If you want to join us in rewriting the rules of the 21st century economy, go to yang2020.com and make it so that we can look our kids in the eyes and say to them, and believe it, your country loves you, your country values you, and you will be all right.
Thank you, Mr. Yang.
That wraps up the video for today. Make sure you like the video and comment your thoughts down below, as we always love a good discussion. Thanks for watching, and if you like content like this, make sure to subscribe and click that bell to get notifications whenever we drop a new video.